What's going on, everybody? This is Warren Dews. I am the CEO and president of Wallit, WALLIT.io. You'll learn more about Wallit, but I'm here with a couple of friends. First, I wanted to talk to my friend John Harrison. John, how you doing, sir?
I'm doing great, thanks.
Hey, everybody, John, tell people who you are and how you work with Wallit.
Well, I'm doing the customer experience, vice president of customer experience of Wallit. I'm doing everything that implies, including supporting and our current users and also getting new clients up.
So talking about new clients, we have one of our newest clients here, Brett Friedman. Brett, how you doing, man?
Good. How are you?
All
Thank
right.
you for having me on your podcast.
No problem. No problem. So tell me, number one, who you are in your company. Tell me about that first.
Okay, so I'm the publisher and CEO and owner of Halston Media Group, and we publish 5 community weeklies: Mayapack News, the Somers Record, Yorktown News, North Salem News, and the Katona Lewisboro Times. We actually have a monthly also, the Mount Kisco Bedford Times as well. With our weeklies, we have 5 websites, corresponding websites through the Tap Into network. Tap Into is actually, it's a larger corporation, Tap Into, where we bought in their franchises. So we have Tap Into Mayapack, Tap Into Somers, Tap Into Yorktown, Tap Into North Salem, and Tap Into KLT, which is a little easier to write than Katona Lewisboro. Yep.
So number one, I mean, why do you do what you do?
I started in the business as a journal, on the journalism side. So, I started off as a reporter and then an editor with North Jersey Media Group in New Jersey. Then when I moved up to Putnam County, I started Halston Media. I launched it myself with the help of a colleague, Shelley Kilcoyne, and my dad actually, and he helped me out. And so we launched all these publications. None of these were bought; they were all started from scratch.
Also, so John, real quick, give us a brief synopsis of what Wallit is and what we do.
Well, Wallit is an interesting product. It can be considered a paywall, and some people look at it just as a way to control content on the website, but it does actually more. It is actually a place where you can buy subscriptions and basically monetize content.
And for businesses such as Brett, it's not just you can get payment for customers, but if you wanted to still be free, you can gather a lot of details and information from your customers to be able to do other things, correct?
Right. It's not just a facility to buy a subscription, either digital and or print, a hybrid kind, but it's a way to gather registrations and set up a way to create a membership environment for your readers.
So Brett, why are you using Wallit? And let's talk about that experience.
Okay, so we're using Wallit. And this is really, my answer is really about the state of the journalism industry in general,
right.
And it really applies to us, which is that newspapers, especially community weeklies, in little small towns like where we cover, we have figured out the advertising model on the print side. Everyone talks about, digital. But the irony with digital is that I don't think there's a single newspaper of our size that's really figured out the digital advertising model. And this is really because there's not a single newspaper that could really compete against Facebook, Google, Amazon. Those are just multi-billion-dollar corporation behemoths that we can't combat. Somebody has to pay for this content, and if it's not advertising, unfortunately, we have to go to our readers. But these are small asks. They're not large asks that we're asking for. And I think that I know our readers find our content valuable. So I'm definitely excited to move to this model.
So we had talked about briefly, there's studies that say that when when a local paper's not there, when a local, community doesn't have a local watchdog, what happens? There was a study that people said stuff goes up, right? Pricing.
Sure. So the community journalism industry, it's definitely it's been a tough industry. It got a little tougher around the year 2000, I believe. The number of community newspapers have gone down over the past 20 plus years. And as communities lose their local paper, there's been statistics to show that taxes go up. They don't have the same watchdog that they used to have. We do serve as watchdogs of our communities. I liken our newspapers, we're half news or half watchdog and half community cheerleader, because we do act like a cheerleader. I mean, we root for our home team, for the varsity sports. We celebrate successes, whether the successes of ordinary residents or successes of people on the town board or school board, whatever. We do have good relationships with everybody, but we are watching everybody also. I like to say that we're everybody's friend. I mean, every constituency in town, we try to serve.
Awesome. So talk about you and I talked about offline about this new process in Wallit, and you had said that there was some type of either confusion from some of your readers. So explain that confusion and explain why it's imperative that you do what you're doing.
Yeah, so I'm going to share my screen and I'm going to show people how easy it is to log into Wallit. So we will go from there. Let me just sharing my screen here. I assume you're looking at Tap Into right now.
Yep.
Great. So if you log in here, or actually, I think if I'll go to one of the stories, it's going to tell me to log in. I'm already registered. So if you haven't registered yet, you have to put in your email address, password here, agree to the terms and conditions, and then create an account. I'm already created, so I go here to log in because I've been logged out. So I press the login button here. I put my email address. I already it's already filled in through my browser. My password's already filled in. Press login. As simple as that. We have not launched the paywall yet. The paywall part of it, we are going to be doing that soon. But again, it really is a small ask, and I do ask our readers who value our content to pay a small fee for that. The newspaper will remain free, and that actually remains an option. So if people want to just do print only, that'll be free.
Awesome. So you just mentioned email and stuff like that, and sometimes people push back at that. But you had mentioned earlier, Facebook and all those other things ask the same thing, and they're using your information to make money. You're not really doing that. You just want people to come in and and read the information about their community, about their neighbors, about their friends.
So that's a very that's the irony of it all. I saw a couple of criticisms specifically on our North Salem Facebook page that kind of I wish the people who posted it saw the irony. I had one person say, I'm not signing in, I'm gonna unlike this page. Who's with me? And try to get people to unlike our page. It was a little bizarre. I kind of thought a little bit about it. Unfortunately, look, it's human nature. We get lots of compliments from our readers. That one critique, it kind of sticks with you for some reason.
Right.
But I thought long and hard about it. I'm like, that person is giving that critique while they're signed into Facebook. You can't just go on to Facebook. You must sign into Facebook. And that's a multi-billion-dollar global corporation, not headquartered in North Salem. It's headquartered in Silicon Valley in California. And you, when you're signed into Facebook, you are their product. They are selling your information to advertisers. It's very different when you're signed into Wallit. Our content is the product. And so we are producing content. I pay journalists to go to school board meetings and town board meetings and zoning board meetings, go to community events. I pay those journalists, and in lieu of that, we are then selling our content on Tap Into for a very tiny fee.
So one of the things I wanted to bring up real quick is, I have young kids, with teenagers, and I was asking my 15-year-old, he plays football. If he knew that his picture would be in the paper, what would he do the next day? And he said he would run to the store and buy the paper. I said, why? You can see it online. But he said, no, he's 15 years old. No, I want to see, I want to hold that my face and
Right.
picture in the paper. So I bring that up to say digital is amazing. It's something we all need to do and continue to do. But even a 15-year-old wants to see their name and face in lights, in print. It means something to them.
Warren, I'm so glad you brought that up, and I'll tell you, I feel that same thing with our newspapers. I know that they're, and I hear anecdotes from this, from our readers, that their teenagers and are definitely running to the mailbox to see if they made the paper, their friends made the paper. And I will tell you, actually, I was house hunting several years ago, and went into a house in Somers, and in one of the bedrooms there was a front page of the Somers Record on the wall, from the varsity. I guess the person was a player on the varsity football team, and we covered some kind of championship they had, and that was just so heartwarming to see that this was the kid's room, and and he really was a fan of the Somers Record. So
Awesome. So anything else you want to say to your readers and to your customers?
I would say the last point I want to say is also, one of the reasons we are putting a paywall up on our website, and it is because the 99% of our advertising revenue is in the newspapers, and we have to protect those clients. We can't just give away, we can't put that content in the newspaper with all those ads and then put the same content on our websites without having somebody pay for it. In the newspapers, we do have our clients who pay for it, and they have important advertising messages. And I do want our readers to support our advertisers. So that's definitely an important thing. I will say the way we're going to differentiate our websites from the newspaper, and this is one of the reasons why I think it's important for our readers to become subscribers of our website, is that we are going to make our websites more regional. So each of our newspapers are real hyper local, but we realize that people want to see calendar items from events happening in our other towns. So we're going to really regionalize that on Tap Into. And then also we're really going to regionalize some of the more important stories. What's really amazing, frankly, with the web is you can use metrics to see which stories are performing well, and and I think that does a service to our readers, because we want to serve up stories that are going to interest our readers.
Well, listen, I appreciate you. I also appreciate you trusted us, to take your newspaper online to that next level, and to be able to help you continue to do what you do in your communities. Everybody, once again, if you're interested in finding more about Wallit, you can give us a call at 855-572-4285. Once again, that's 855-572-4285, or go to support@wallit.io. Support@wallit.io. Thank you so much, Brett. Thank you, John.
Warren, thank you so much. And John, thank you as well.
Okay.
Awesome. Thank you so much.